So let's say if I'm not okay with it, then he probably has to cut contact with her.
As an adult, you will know what the boundaries are. You wouldn't have to list it down. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Jessie.
Melissa.
Okay. What are you most grateful for in your life?
What am I most grateful for? Okay, so like for now, I think I'm grateful that I'm able to wake up every day, like without having any issues. But I'll say like all the experiences that I have until now is because I was given the chance to be in this world.
Well, I think there's a lot of things to be grateful for in my life. I got married literally last week.
Oh really? Congratulations.
Okay, so my family members, relatives, they all flew back to attend the wedding. And I think that is something that I'm very grateful for. I'm very grateful for my husband. I met him when I was in uni. The night reception, everything just went on exactly how I imagined it to be. So I think that's something most recent that I'm very grateful for. Yeah.
Tell each other a summarized version of your life story.
Okay, I grew up in a very non-typical Asian family. Ooh. Very non-typical. I can call my dad by name. So we have hugging culture. Like we meet everyone, guy or girl, we just hug. So my parents are very different. So I grew up in a way that not many Asian families are.
For myself, like my family was totally the opposite of yours. So it stems from like a traditional household kind of thing. So like my parents will always like put like especially my mom, she always like put like a very tight leash on me. And there was once I was with my friend and her guy friend. Then she saw us together, and she actually approached us. I was so shocked. She was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with my daughter?"
Okay.
So yeah, so it's kind of like
your
very
mom
traditional.
Doesn't accept you going out with a friend, which
with
is
a friend which is like opposite gender. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So maybe I think that's where like I have this like, I'm more like, how do you say, traditional? Conservative, conservative.
Right. Okay. It come already, Okay, how would you describe your friendship with your male friends?
Friendships with them is non-existent.
With male?
Yeah, with like guys in general.
Non-existent?
Yeah,
but
non-existent.
you hang out with male friends?
I did like in the past, but not anymore because I feel like they always have like some kind of like motive. Like they will try to like get with me, that kind of thing. Yeah, let's say maybe like if I text them in a way that it's like maybe like slightly nicer, like show them some concern, like oh, have you already eaten? You said that you're sick, that kind of thing. Then they will think like, oh, maybe I have like an interest in them. Yeah, like one of my close guy friend, he actually like confessed to me on Valentine's Day.
But you didn't get his signs?
Yeah, I didn't get it. So I was like,
shocked.
Yeah, so then we cannot become like friends anymore.
Oh, no longer friends?
No longer friends.
Okay, we known each other, some of us from uni days. And we're still friends until today. We still hang out. I don't categorize my friends, because you were specifically saying male friends, right, just now? But I wouldn't categorize my friends that way. I wouldn't say like, I'm going out with my female friend. I was just like, I'm going out with my friend. So I don't see it as a categorization of gender, but maybe because I've never had an experience where I friend with this person, then suddenly this person confessed. I never experienced that before. I never. Like my borderline very clear. If it's friend, it's friend. If it's like, I got interest with you, I got interest with you. You know, so it's quite clear cut in that sense. Yeah, you can tell in my face I don't like you.
Yeah, I thought that's what like I should also like.
Oh, is
like,
it?
Just like a normal, because I never like, you know, like we don't touch each other, that kind of thing. Not even like.
So very clear.
Yeah,
borders.
It's like very clear. I never even like indicate anything or you know send him like lovey-dovey messages. No, I don't do that.
Nothing like that. But he still confessed.
Yeah.
He's super lonely lah, maybe.
Maybe lah, I don't know lah.
Sorry, if your friend is listening. Okay. Yeah.
Can best friends of the opposite sex stay platonic friends without developing feelings for each other?
Okay, I think yes, most definitely. Like I mentioned, like, okay, so the guys that I go out with, in general, they are gentlemen. Like, I'm very straightforward in that sense. Like, if guy, right, then I'm the one person girl, right? I'll be like, can you guys please don't like this? Like, I will straight away voice out. So they see me more of like, really a friend or their love mentor. I do not know why. Okay, so they always like to share their girlfriend problems with me. It's really like sistership. So I always have no issue with them being friends with them. Like, I don't know why people cannot accept making friends with opposite gender. Because day to day, you meet different genders, right? You don't stick yourself to just one gender. So at least to me, I never had issue making friends with opposite gender.
Okay, for myself, I can stay platonic with someone, but it's not like it might not be a two-way street. Like the other person might, like usually they want more. Like there's this one friend, like we say that like we'll go to JB together, then he was like, oh, how about I book a hotel room? He was like, he told me this sentence he said like if a girl comes with me overseas, right, it means that it's the green light. It's not just him, like I've met like a couple of other guys who is like, oh, like you're giving me mixed signals, that kind of thing. Then they are like, yeah, they will like just try something lah. Then I'll be like, no, I don't think I've like given you that kind of like, yeah.
Or like maybe those it's just like the guys you meet.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Might be. I have a male acquaintance. So then he was telling me that, oh, actually like we are all animals. It's just that we are wearing clothes right now. For some reason, male and female can never be friends because you will be like, if you're all naked, right, we want to do stuff. That's what he was telling me. How would you feel if your partner had a female best friend?
Okay, fine. I mean, as long as they do not have intimacy. Okay, I don't count hugging as intimacy. I count cuddling as intimacy. It's two different things, right? Then if they know their boundaries, I'm really fine. And that girl knows her bottom line, I'm cool. If the girl step on my toes, then too bad lah. Probably she will lose out. Okay, I'm very confident and secure in that sense. So usually if like there's girls who try to approach my partners, I'll be like, I can tell if they have an intention or not.
Oh. Well, I think you have like a very great level of trust there, which is good.
Yeah. I think we trust each other so much. Yeah.
For me, I wouldn't like it if my partner has like a close female friend.
Oh dear.
If I'm already your partner, I should be everything.
Yeah, but what if he knows that friend before he knows you?
Then you have to like
just
like
not
make
be
like you have to make a choice. I think it's more about like the respect. So let's say if I'm not okay with it, then he probably has to cut contact with her lah.
Like totally cut clean.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I totally opposite.
Like what I feel is that there are things that you can't really see lah. So behind closed doors, it might be a different scenario, like how they behave and everything. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Oh, this is your question. Okay, let's see. If you were considering dating someone and they had a best friend of the opposite gender, would you reconsider? Okay.
Yes, I will. I think I will not date him.
That extreme,
Yeah,
but you
'cause I
really
actually-
like him. He give you all these butterflies. He hits all your check boxes already.
Okay, so I used to date a guy who had a female best friend, and it didn't work out. Like I was hanging out with him, like until like quite late. He was on the phone with his female best friend the entire night. Yeah. My time is precious also, right?
Yeah, of course, fair.
How can you be doing this? Yeah. Okay, because personally I feel like it's like a kind of like disrespect if you actually you have like issues in a relationship and you approach your female friend for advice and help, and then you like it's like airing all our like personal secrets and stuff like to her, then would it be better if you get together with her? I mean, if there's an issue, we should solve it like between us and not like anyone else, even like to your guy friends and all that. I don't think it's like very nice of that. What kind of boundaries would you set if your partner had a best friend of the opposite gender?
I wouldn't list down the boundaries because I think we are adult enough to know. Like basically intimate touches. Actually, I think holding like this is more intimate than hugging. And then I guess if you kiss on the lips, obviously it's not acceptable. So it's common things that I think as an adult you will know what the boundaries are. You wouldn't have to list it down. The only time I voiced out was once when we were having a steamboat in the group of friends, and his ex specifically asked him, like, can you take that fishball for me?
Oh, then you're not okay with it.
Me being me, I just like, can can you ask your boyfriend to take it for you? I was like,
why? Is it too far or what?
beside only. So,
beside.
So, like it's like this. We're sitting like this, right?
Okay.
So it's just beside each other. So I don't understand that theory. So I just told her off immediately in front of that table.
Shouldn't it be the guy to be taking
Like
the
her
initiative
boyfriend,
to?
is it?
No, like, as in your husband should be the one like putting a stop to this.
They have been friends since 13 years old.
Also, he would
He
probably
wouldn't
have.
know, or he wouldn't see it as an issue, you see, because they hang out together. At least in my
okay.
opinion lah. If I hang out with my friends take food for me, I also won't see it as an issue them. But when I was in that situation, I straight away sound. Then when we were in private, I just tell him, I didn't like the way he talked to you. She talked to you.
Okay, completely understand.
Yeah. How close can two people be before their relationship becomes more than just platonic?
The point where you are literally hanging out like every day.
Okay.
Yeah, every day. Like even if for like a few minutes. But just because you need the kind of like maybe, I don't know, emotional support or whatsoever from the other party, when let's say your said partner is unavailable to meet up or like to answer your call or something. So this person is like so the guy is like relying on someone else for that kind of like support lah.
Right.
I think that is that is a kind of like closeness, that like mentally closeness that is not okay for me. I wouldn't assume that they are romantically linked, but I just think why is it so necessary to be hanging out with this particular like female friend like all the time if you already have a partner? Yeah, and also another point is I think like physical intimacy, like you say, I think it's not good like if the both of them like every time say something like laugh the girl like so funny yeah, so funny.
Wow. Just beat cannot. Like you know, I was like, why you like that?
Like this is okay, but not like every single time, you know, every like everything you say then. If your partner had a female best friend that they shared everything with, would this put a strain on your relationship?
Never experienced that before. In general, yes. I guess if that girl, again, is the boundaries. If the girl just listen and not add fire kind, then okay. But if the girl listen, then add fire, then not okay. So I guess it depends on the individual. I don't judge one person for everything. Like, I guess it depends whether you know your boundaries or not.
Okay.
And if I don't like that girl will disappear. No, like not disappear from the face of the earth. Just like
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Okay. What role does trust play in a relationship when your partner has a female best friend?
Yeah, I don't think I would like trust him.
100%.
Yes, 100%. Because as mentioned, like, I don't think guy and girl can have like a really like fully platonic relationship. It's always one-sided. You hear stories like the girls are like, he's like my bro, I don't have any like feelings for them. The guy will be like the reason my friends are in my friend zone, those female friends are in my friend zone, is because there's always a chance that it can evolve.
I totally disagree, because I think if you don't even have trust in a relationship, then you shouldn't even be together from the start. If a relationship loses trust, then sure, the rest of your life you'll be always suspecting something. Like, hey, he come back late from OT, you suspect he go out with his friend or girlfriend. So if, for example, I would put the scenario in my situation is that if my husband today now go cheat, I also won't know. Do I trust him that he wouldn't do it? I would.
What would you do if a female friend of your partner disrespected the boundaries you have set for your relationship?
Yeah, like I said, my character, I was straight away. I won't even give face. Like literally, I wouldn't even give face. I don't care who's on the table. I would just voice it out. Like,
will it become a catfight?
Never before. At least in my experience, never before. Usually they just keep quiet. I guess it takes two people to make a relationship work, not just one. Yeah.
Of course. What do you learn from each other?
I learned that at least from your side of story, is that guys can be super assholes. I've never met these kind of people in my life before. And those people that I know are players, they are players, but they don't play me. In that sense, it's like your personal life, I don't really care. I don't interrupt. You're just my friend. I think I'm very fortunate. I've never met super assholes before.
I learned that, well, from Jessie's point of view, can actually be platonic friends with someone, but that is only like if how to say, must have this kind of personality. I don't know, I think so. Yeah. Do you think we should have conversations with people who disagree with our beliefs?
Okay, I accept conversations, but I disagree if that person try to force it into something. But if it's just like casual conversation over coffee, you express your political views, I express mine, we both respect, we moved on with life. That conversation I love to have.
Yes, we can have conversations with other people as long as it's within like the fine line where we don't try to meddle into other people's affairs.
Yeah, fair. Because I think like you can be opinionated, but you don't have to be very imposing.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you think you can be friends with me? Oh, such a sweet question. Of course.
Yeah, I think yes, I can be friends with you because I think you are very open-minded in a sense, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, most definitely, I think we can be friends. And we have very contrasting characters. So who knows if we be friends, right? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, never
In fact,
know.
I've known you since 2017, but we never kept in touch.
Yes,
so,
correct.
Yeah, maybe this is fate telling us to get in touch. Yeah, she was very tia in that sense. Can you take that fishball from me?
Oh, like very like 撒娇.
I don't go around to your boyfriend like, boyfriend, can you take the fishball? I don't do that.